Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is my cat's side. Welcome to the beginning of the draft for Campaign 45. Today we'll be drafting the HCOs, or High Command Officers, and the Company Officers. The way the draft is set up is the first two rounds of this draft will be for the HCOs, and the following draft picks will be for the Company Officers. The draft order for today will be Kaiser drafting for the U.S. Marine Corps, then Juno drafting for the AMID, followed by Can Opener and the 22 AD, and last will be Yummy in the 101st Airborne Division. Before we get started, the generals have prepared a message, and I believe Kaiser is first. So enjoy, guys.
There are leaders and there are followers. I, Kaiser, am a leader. I lead by example for my troops and for everyone. This time we fight two enemies with one common ally, and we shall fight hard and we shall fight strong. And our war cry shall be just one thing: Leroy Jenkins! Coming down?
Very nice, Kaiser. I'm sure your men appreciate you jumping off the building, leaving them there, and then taking the building down with C4 and letting them die. Well, I hope your campaign goes a little bit better than Leroy Jenkins' attack on that cave. Moving to the next video, this is a short clip provided by Can Opener Meat, I believe demonstrating his practices. So here we go.
Yeah, okay, so this is the current map. This is the Delta flag. What do we do with this?
I'm thinking this is going to be left flagpole.
Roger that. Left flag.
This would probably be the right one over here.
Oh,
Right
copy.
flagpole.
Makes sense. On the right side.
Got the tree number 1,
I
tree
see
number
that.
2. These are, of course, all right side
Well,
trees. So
if
you
you're
got
coming
tree
from the
number
right
1,
side,
2,
would this
3.
one be tree number 1? If you're coming from over there, and maybe then this one would be number 2?
Well, right, yeah, if you're coming from that direction. But
I see.
if you're going the other way, then this is all right side.
Oh.
This is left side.
That makes sense. So this would be pole, the right pole, right? And then tree number
Right.
1.
Right,
Okay,
right,
okay.
right.
So what were we
Then you
saying?
got left pole.
Left
and
pole,
then
I see.
Tree number 1 left. Tree number 2 left.
There's
tree
bushes
number
below
3
the
left.
trees, though. If you can see.
Well, we could call it like 1 to 2 bushes, 1 to 2 tree bushes, 2 to 3
so
tree
left
bushes.
pole, 1 tree, or first tree. Was it first tree?
Yeah, number
Okay.
1 tree, left pole.
For number 1 tree, left pole.
Yeah.
Well, Can, we definitely appreciate your very detailed approach to your practices. I would definitely be interested in hearing some of your comms. All right, moving on next to Yummy. Oh, before we move to Yummy, this is the logo that Can Opener will be drafting under today. All right, moving on next is Yummy, who prepared a video of him motivating his many followers to achieve greatness.
Hello, I am General Yummy and I'm commanding the 101st Airborne Division. Settle down, settle down. Teamwork and hard work can lead us to victory. I've heard there are other generals, but I am the one Jew general of all generals. No ethnics. There won't be any cookies, just bananas. But, ladies, if we work hard enough, our names will be in lights.
Well, thank you, Yummy. I am sure the many minions will be following you to achieve great things in Campaign 45. And the banner you're looking at is the banner that Yummy will be drafting under. Last but not least is our final general with his message, and that is Juno. And I do have to make one quick apology. I was unable to get a hold of Juno ahead of time, so we will get his edited in here, but we will be moving on to the next part of the draft. I apologize about that. Started. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are about ready to get started with the draft. It'll be interesting to see who Kaiser goes with first. I have a few ideas, but we might as well get to the draft and let him tell you himself. So we will go over to Dogma.
Kaiser, you have the first pick of the campaign 45 draft. Who would you like for your first HCO pick, Kaiser?
I'll pick Askilla.
Alice Killa. Roger that.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the first pick of the draft. Kaiser picks up All's Killer, and I don't personally know All's Killer, but to get picked first in the draft, you definitely got to be bringing something to the table.
Next up will be Juno. He has minutes on the clock.
We select McBain.
What? Did not see that coming.
Mind blown. With the second pick of the campaign 45 draft, Juno picks McBain. Can opener is now on the clock.
Case.
With the third pick of the HCO draft, can opener meet selects Case.
That's case 1730 for the rotability, correct?
Right. Yeah, Case 1730.
Sorry.
Yummy is now on the clock.
I'm gonna pick Slayer of Hell.
With the final pick of the first round of the HCO draft, Yummy has chosen Dr. Slayer of Hell.
And Slayer was so excited about his draft pick, he just had to show us how excited he was.
Ding dong, motherfucker!
And now back to the draft, and Kaiser is up next.
Kaiser is now on the clock.
I'll take Atomic Peach.
With the fifth pick of the draft, Kaiser has now selected Atomic Peach as his final HCO pick.
Peach was also very excited to be selected as an HCO, and he's excited to pass his knowledge on to his players. And we have a little footage of some of the skills that Peach brings to the table.
All right, here we go. Fuck.
Excellent helicopter drop there, Peach. Excellent job. Moving on to, I believe, Juno.
Juno's now on the clock.
We select Bodell.
All right, guys, with the second pick of the second round of the HCO draft, Juno selects Bodell.
What a lucky bunch of soldiers. I actually have some footage from Bodell showing us one of the more famous parts of the city of Amsterdam.
Nah. I'm gonna go with this one.
Thank you, Bodell. That was quite a lovely find you got there. All right, back to the draft board.
So, can opener, you are on the clock, sir. You've got 2 minutes.
Roger. Somebody picked my pick, so now I have to think. Thanks,
Oh my gosh.
Kaiser.
He's got a
Bitch.
I needed a Euro time zone guy. I'm sorry, can't open
Right?
it.
Let me
That's
see.
awesome.
Let me see. Looking.
Okay, who's tapping the living shit out of something?
That's can opener.
No, I think he has a
It's an
clock.
egg timer.
Does
It's
he
an
have a
actual
timer?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think he has a timer.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, so apparently Kaiser stole Can Opener's pick, and Can Opener brought a timer to the draft. All right.
All right, I'll take Niz.
With the third pick of the second round of the HCO draft, Can Opener Meat has selected Niz.
Well, congratulations, Niz. And actually, it's like he saw this coming. He has prepared a speech.
Wow, I'm so glad to be picked. I'd just like to thank my cats for his unending support and his dedication. I'd also like to thank my ferret because it's been a great help to me throughout all these years and the tough times. And especially Duke as well because he's like a big brother to me. Cheers, guys.
Well, thank you, Niz. Me and Duke are both honored to be included in the same sentence with your ferret. And congratulations on getting picked as an HCO. All right, back to the draft board, guys.
Yummy is now on the clock.
Don't you dare putting that clock onto me.
Do it, get over it, do it!
Oh, it's not working.
It's already ticking!
Oh god, panic! Panic!
I'm gonna pick Smoke.
Okay, with the final pick of the second round of the draft and the last HCO pick, Yummy has chosen Smoke.
All right, guys. Well, that wraps up the end of the HCO voting. And looking at the board here, Kaiser picked up All's Killer and Atomic Peach. I'm not too familiar with All's Killer, as I said earlier, but Atomic Peach has a lot of history at 21CW, and I think that will be a great HCO staff. In addition to Superfly, 2 North American, 2 Euros. Looking at Juno with the AMID, he was able to pick up McBain and Bodell, and I think that's a great combination. Bodell's kind of new, and McBain has been around for quite a while, so hopefully McBain can, hand off some of his tricks to Bodell as a HCO. Can Opener Meat has selected Case and Niz. I've had a bit to talk to Case, and he seems like a good guy, and he's already on top of the logos and stuff,
Nice
so I
work,
think
guys.
that was a good pick, and really good friends with Niz, and he is an excellent HCO, and I think Can Opener Meat's got himself a great staff there. Finally, Yummy picks up Dr. Slayer of Hell and Smoke. I've been in an army with Slayer before, and he definitely likes to get stuff done when he's there. He doesn't like to waste a lot of time. I would recommend not shooting your teammates in practice if Slayer is running it. Yeah. So I think the HCO staffs are looking good, nice and balanced, and we'll get underway here with the company officers shortly. Okay, and we are about to start up with the company officer draft. I think this should be pretty interesting. Got a good pool of players available, and Kaiser's going to be leading us off with that. So let's go ahead and get into that.
Kaiser is now on the clock with his first CO pick.
Sundance.
First pick, third round of the draft, Kaiser has selected Sundance.
And in an incredibly fast pick, Kaiser has selected Sundance. It was almost like he planned it. I'm assuming he will be taking over the armor role for Kaiser, and he gave us a quick demonstration why he should be in armor.
Just like that.
Alright, back to the draft. It is Juno's turn.
Juno's now on the clock.
We select Harp.
Ooh, that is an excellent pickup. Harp is a great player.
With
He's a
the
good
second
leader.
pick of the third round, Juno has selected Harp as his first CO pick. Can Opener is now on the clock.
As I was saying while we wait for Can's pick, Harp is a great player. He's been around some great leadership. He's been at 21CW for a long time. He's got good stats in game, and I think Juno got a fantastic first CO there.
Dark Knight.
With the third pick of the third round, Can Opener has selected Drunk Knight as his first CO pick.
Yay!
Sorry, I got a little bit behind on the pick there. I'm sure Dogma meant to say Dark Knight, who I think is a great pick by Can. Dark Knight is a very respected leader. He's a good player, and I like his voice as well. So good pick.
Yummy's now on the clock.
I'll pick TJB SSC.
Ooh, TJB, and I think this is a great pick. I didn't know how far he was going to go before somebody picked him up. I thought he was going to get picked up in the first round. He certainly did. He is a great team player, and he definitely knows his way around the air. So Yummy really solidified his Air Force with picking up TJB there. So good picks for the first round on all of the generals.
The final pick of the first round of the CO drafting, round 4. Yummy has selected TJB SSC. Kaiser is now on the clock.
I will take Scott FPS.
And I think that's a great pickup. Scott FPS has almost always taken on leadership roles, and he'll be a great captain or first lieutenant. So good pickup, Kaiser.
With the first pick of the 5th round, Kaiser has selected Scott FPS. Juno's now on the clock.
We select Obi.
With the second pick of the 5th round, 4th round, Juno has selected Obi. Can Opener's on the clock.
A trigger.
So
with the third pick of the 4th round, Can Opener has selected Trigger Loco. Yummy is now on the clock.
All right, we'll wait for Yummy. We'll talk about Can Opener and Juno. Juno was able to get Obi, who's, I think, a great pickup. We'll see what kind of role he's going to be filling. And Trigger Loco, a great player and a good leader, so good pickup, Can.
I'm going to pick Raza.
Ooh, Raza gets picked up, and Raza is definitely one of the veterans and with a fantastic voice. And he's also created a video to show his ability to be a sneaky skilled player here.
Tinker Bravo.
Oh fuck, I'm stuck.
Oh shit.
So Kaiser, you're on the clock.
Okay, with my pick, I'm picking the new face of Whiskey Company. My Cat's Died.
Da 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 da.
With the first pick of the 5th round, Kaiser has selected My Cats.
And finally get drafted. And actually, I'm really excited to get drafted by Kaiser. And I'm also extremely excited to be part of Whiskey, which I know has a very long history. So I hope that I can do the name proud and prove that it was a good pickup by Kaiser. All right, moving on to the next pick.
Juno's now on the clock.
We select Lucifer.
Damn.
With the second pick of the 5th round, Juno has selected Lucifer. And Opener is now on the clock.
I guess Kaiser wanted Lucifer. I guess he'll have to go back to his list and try and find somebody else.
Tech X.
Selected Tech X? Wow.
He is not in the officer draft, I don't think.
Yeah, no, he's not in the draft. I was like, his name's not on there.
Tiger Girl then.
Can't help but just shout names at this point.
Fareep.
Fareep is not in the officer draft either.
Yeah.
Oh. I might need more time.
Oh my god.
Tim Tebow's available.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yes. Wiretap.
So Can Opener finally finds somebody on the list, and it is Wiretap, who has a quite extensive history. I think that's a great pickup by Can Opener.
Okay, with the third pick of the 5th round, Can Opener selected Wiretap. Yummy's now on the clock.
I'm gonna pick Webkey.
With the final pick of the 5th round, Yummy has selected Webkey.
Alright, so that finishes the round real quick. Looking at who picked up, Kaiser got Scott FPS, and a questionable pickup in my cat side. Juno got Obi and Lucifer. Can Opener got Trigger Loco and Wiretap, and Yummy got Razer and Webkey. So I think those are all fantastic pickups. I like them all, and we'll be moving on to the next round.
Kaiser's now on the clock.
I'll take DCC 70.
With the first pick of the 6th round, Kaiser has selected DCC 70.
I think that's a very solid pickup for
Juno is now on the clock.
Another captain position.
We
for
select
Kaiser.
Digital Wolves.
And Digital Wolves, a new player, getting a chance to take on a leadership role. Congratulations,
With the
Digital Wolves.
second selection in the 6th round, Juno has selected Digital Wolves. Can Opener is now on the clock.
Turbo.
Are we restricting
Hey,
ourselves
he's on the
to
list,
people who
right?
actually signed up to be on the list this
I
time?
found a list. I'm
Yeah,
looking at
he's
it.
on the list. He's on the
Yeah.
list.
I know.
He's
I'm
there.
just fucking with him.
His name starts with T.
All right, with third pick of the 6th round, Can Opener has decided to select somebody actually on the list this time by selecting Turbo Dog. Yummy's now on the clock.
That's too funny.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait for Yummy. I think that Turbo Dog's an excellent pickup. He has a lot of leadership time, and he has a fantastic voice. So he'll be a great leader for the Can Opener.
I'm gonna pick Slim Thunder.
With the final pick of the 6th round, Yummy has selected Slim Thunder.
And Slim Thunder picked up by Yummy.
Kaiser's now on the clock.
I will take
Excellent.
Boogie.
Your boy Kilo's gonna be depressed that you didn't pick him till like the very end.
I plan on picking him to the very end. He deserves it.
With the first pick of the 7th round, Kaiser has selected Boogie. Juno is now on the clock.
We select Dean.
And adding Dean is a great pickup. He helps me with the streams a lot, and I think he can definitely bring something to the leadership for Juno's army.
With the second pick of the 7th round, Juno has selected Dean. Can Opener is now on the clock.
It'll be interesting to see who he goes with. We're definitely getting towards the end of the draft here, so we'll see who picks up. And it's Munch.
In a bold move, Can Opener, with the third pick of the 7th round, has selected Munch.
Now, I've actually personally worked with Munch as a HCO, and I think that he is a great player. He definitely knows how to lead, and he's got a good history here at 21 CWs. So I think Can Opener knew he was going to pick him, but I think that it is still a great pickup for Can Opener, and that really solidifies their leadership there.
I'm gonna pick Zookeeper.
Alright. With the final pick of the 7th round, Yummy has selected Zookeeper.
I think that's a really good pickup by Yummy. He's a new general, and Zookeeper has a very, very long history here at 21 CW. I think he's going to be a big addition to the 101st Airborne Division, and great pick by him.
Because I know what will happen if I don't. I'll take Kilo.
Kaiser has selected Kilo.
And Kilo finally gets picked up, last but not least, and it's a really great pickup by Kaiser. Kilo just had a very successful run as general up in Battlefield 3. He's been here a long time. He's also one of the most successful companies I've ever seen as a captain in Karamabad. So great pickup. And Kilo's prepared a short video displaying his lovely avatar.
Juno is now on the clock.
We select Alablam.
With his final pick in the Officer HCO draft, Juno has selected Alablam.
And Juno picks up Alablam, and I think that's a great pickup. He's helped me out with the stream a lot, and if he dedicates that to being a captain, or first lieutenant, he will be a
Can opener
great
is now on the
leader
clock
for
for
life.
draft coverage. You can also watch it on Twitch TV. Twitch.tv
Eowyn?
/21CW_tournament. All right.
It's Ian. Ian.
Remember the rule: if you can't pronounce the name, you don't get them.
With
Who's
his
your
final
mama?
pick of the COHCO draft, can opener has selected Ian. Yummy is on the clock with the final pick.
Ian, congratulations on the pickup. I look forward to see what you can do for.
With the final pick of the Officer HCO draft, Yummy has selected Mega.
And Mega is the last person to get picked, and I think that's a great pickup. He is a good guy, and I think he will do a good job. Relatively new to 21CW, but definitely welcome you to the officer ranks. All right, taking a look here at the end of the draft summary. Kaiser was able to pick up Ozkiller, Peach, Sundance, Scott, Katz, DC70, Boogie, and Kilo. I think that's an all-around very solid draft, so good job, Kaiser. Juno was able to pick up McBain, Bodell, Hart, Obi, Lucifer, Digital Wolves, Dean, and Alab. I think that's a good mix between new guys and old guys, and I think we could see a lot of progression out of some of those players. Can Opener Meat picks up Case, Niz, Dark Knight, Trigger Loco, Wiretap, Turbodog, Munch, and Ian, or Eowyn, as he likes to say. I'd say probably this is one of the drafts I'm least familiar with, but I see really solid picks in Niz, Dark Knight, Trigger Loco, Turbodog, and Munch. So I think that they will have a really solid leadership core. And finally, Yummy, first time a general, and he picks up Slayer, Smoke, TJB, Razer, Webkey, Slim Thunder, Zookeeper, and Mega. And looking at that list, I think it is completely solid. The only sort of question mark is Mega, just because he's brand new, but I think he'll do just fine. So congratulations to all of the HCOs and their draft picks for today. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, well, that concludes the HCO draft. The enlisted draft will be getting started very shortly, and I'm really excited. I think I will be joined by Tiger Girl. I appreciate you guys watching, and look forward to the next part of the draft, so stay tuned. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is my cat side. Welcome to the beginning of the draft for Campaign 45. Today will be Hello, everybody. This is my cat side, and welcome to the Enlisted Soldiers Campaign 45 live draft. And I am excited to be here, and I'm excited to have Tiger Girl with me. Welcome, Tiger.
Thank you. I am happy to be here as well.
So we just got done watching the officer stream. If you aren't able to catch these, they will be available on the YouTube channel as well as Twitch. But I think that we are getting ready here for the first pick. So I'm excited to see who it goes. Excited to see the first pick. Tiger, any chance?
Well, I'm not exactly sure. Is the first round going to be just regular one-on-one infantry? Is it armor? Is it air? Is it groups? How is it going to work today? It should be fun. I hope to see maybe Banjax get drafted early. He's a really good player. Will do. Any better?
Okay, folks, this is Dogman All Chat. If you'll please quiet down, I'm going to go ahead and kick this thing off. I'd like to first welcome everybody to the Campaign 45 draft. Let me give you a little bit of heads up of what's going to go on here. I'm going to talk a little bit rules and the process we're going to be using, and then after that, we'll go ahead and get the draft on. Just to give everybody a couple of bookkeeping stuff. Those folks who drafted today, you won't get your access until Tuesday, when access goes live and registration goes live. And that's when Campaign 45 will officially begin, is on Tuesday. And we'll get to fighting and killing each other. So the draft is going to consist of about 10 or 11 rounds. It's going to be broken up into different rounds are going to be for different stuff. The first round will be for single individuals, single infantry individuals. The second round will be for the Air Force individuals. The third round will be the groups of folks who wanted to play together. We were trying to appease as many of the folks as we can. There will be 4 people picked by each army in that round. The fourth round will be armor. And then after that, based on our math, all of the people who want to play together will have been picked. All the armor and Air Force will have also been picked. Our draft is going to be starting with the AMED will be first, then the 22nd AD will have the second pick, the 101st Airborne will have the third pick, and the fourth pick will be the USMC. Every round, the first pick rotates, so whomever had the first pick last round will have the last pick next round. So, for example, in the second round, the 22 AD would have the first pick, then the 101st, then the USMC, with the AMED picking last. And then it will continue to rotate as we go through. If you are not yet watching, if you look on Twitch TV /21CW_tournament, we have a live draft board that is streaming that'll show you who's being picked, who's been picked where. We also have excellent commentators and probably going to have interviews and videos and such going on. Each team will have approximately 2 minutes on the clock to get their draft pick done. When the clock expires, they are to get their draft pick in as soon as possible, and then I will make the official announcement as soon as I can. So with that, guys, let's go ahead and get everything kicked off. Right now on the clock, we have the Amit. You have 2 minutes, Juno and crew.
Alright, so there we have Dogma explaining how it's going to be, and we're just going to wait for the first pick, and we'll see who we get.
Early, maybe not first, but definitely I think he'll go early.
Crunch Time is new, Gorbix. Who else? There's a couple names I just don't quite recognize in here, but Siniera. I don't know if you're familiar with any of them.
No, I also don't know. It looks like maybe Samo or Mushashi. A lot of new people. It's good to see new people.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. We'll see how it turns out.
Definitely, we can have a highlight or something.
Okay, folks, with the first pick of the Campaign 45 draft, the Amit have selected Zach Zico, North American player, to lead part of their infantry. The 22 AD, led by Can Opener, is now on the clock. You have 2 minutes, sirs.
I played with him a little bit. He's a very good team player. You must be psychic. You called it right on the bat. That's pretty funny. So, let me just play devil's advocate here. What happens when they run out of time? I hear you just the same, so
Okay.
I guess we'll have to wait for feedback.
Okay, well, what happens when they run out of time is...
Dogma spanks them. Come here, smack, smack.
Alrighty, folks. With the second pick of the first round of the draft, Can Opener and the 22 AD have selected Vanguard from Europe.
Ooh,
Now
Vanguard.
on the clock is Yummy and the 101st Airborne Division. You have 2 minutes, sirs.
Didn't mean to cut Dogma off there, and Vanguard is a fantastic pickup.
He is great in a tank.
He is, and he has a lot of leadership ability. He was actually originally signed up for the leadership draft and then decided not to do it. So the Belgium The Dutch are going to be representing the tank, and that was for which army?
That would be the 22 AD can opener.
Ah, that is a great pickup by can opener.
Now I wonder why he's not signed up for the armor draft and he's going in the infantry instead.
I don't know. I think maybe he wanted to play as infantry. Also, I think he filled out his bracket as he was okay to play with a lot of different people. So
A very versatile player then. Would be a great pick for him.
yeah, and I still apologize about my mic being a little bit low. Apparently, I'll just stand closer to the mic. How's that sound for everybody?
Wonderful.
Okay, so yeah, with Fengard in there, that is the pick 2. So we have Zach Seeker going number 1, and Zach's
Quick today.
Okay, folks, with the third pick, the first round of Campaign 45's draft, the 101st Airborne and Yummy have selected Musashi.
So Musashi.
USMC, Colonel Peach, you are now on the clock.
You know, I'm going to have to figure out how to not cut off Dogma here. All right, so Musashi gets picked up by Yummy. And I do not know anything about Musashi, do you?
I do not, but I did recently see on a tree near my house a poster for a lost pet rock. I wonder if that's him.
A pet rock? It may be.
Sorry.
No, I think he has been here before, and actually, if I remember looking at his draft sign up, it was a pretty lengthy experience, so that might be a really good pickup there. Okay, so my next guess, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to guess, we're going to do we're still in round 1. So I'm going to say, my guess is going to be potentially ninjas for the next pick.
Ninjas is a really good player. His skills, sometimes I think he hacks. And I know he doesn't, but I mean, he's just that good.
Yeah, he's definitely a good player, and he's brought his skills from Battlefield 3 over to Battlefield 4, so we'll see if that's one of the people that get picked up. Looking through it, I could see Talmios getting picked as well. He's a great player.
Or Yarg. Unless Yarg is in the other one. Is he on there? I can't see.
The indication from Dogma that we have the pick in.
There's still a lot of great players left. And a lot of unknowns. Time for the paddle. Gives Dogma a little extra time to drill some more holes in his paddle. I don't tell.
Folks, with the final pick of the first round of the draft, the USMC have selected. We are about to begin the second round. The second round will be the Air Forces. We will be picking from the Air Forces.
Wait, I didn't hear who the pick was, did you?
22 AD, you are on the clock.
He said, has selected, and that was it. Maybe it was ninjas. He was so sneaky we couldn't hear him.
Just to reiterate to everybody, the last pick of the first round was Viperin. Viperin.
All right, there we go. It was not ninjas. It was Viperin.
Congrats to Viperin.
All right, so looking at the draft round recap, Zaxiko went first to the A-mid, Fengard went second to the 22 AD, Mushashi went third to the 101st, and Viperin was the last pick of the first round. And now we move on to armor. So Tiger, any thoughts on armor?
Well, not really. I don't have the list up in front of me, so it's hard for me to pick. I'm sure Tyke can pull it up here in a minute for me, but...
Oh, that's right. All right. Well, I'm looking at it. I don't know. We'll see. But actually, I have indication that the draft pick is coming in right now. So we'll head over to Commissioner Dogma.
With the first pick of the second round, the 22 AD have selected Terran from the Air Force. Terran from the Air Force. 101st, you are on the clock. You have 2 minutes.
And Terran gets picked up actually from the Air Force. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to select Terran. And Terran has actually prepared a video for us. So we are going to get to that real quick.
Air Force, where's our air support on Alpha? Air Force, we need air support on Alpha. Sorry.
Copy, inbound on Alpha.
Where's our air support on Alpha?
Yes, of course, guys. I'm the only one here in the chat. Please need some help here.
Air Force, where's our air support on Alpha?
And there was Terran doing a video of him being the only jet pilot, which tends to happen quite frequently. Sorry you couldn't see it, Tiger, but it was funny.
I will catch it on the stream later.
All right, sounds good. All right, and I think we're up with our next pick.
With the second pick of the second round of the draft, the 101st Airborne and Yummy have selected Who as the first member of their Air Force. Who? USMC, you are now on the clock. You have 2 minutes, gentlemen.
And Who is a awesome pickup. He's a great helicopter pilot, and I'm excited to see him in the 21 CW draft. Have you had a chance to play with Who before, Tiger?
I have been shot by Who multiple times in the top of the head.
Most of us have been shot by Who and or Leader Havoc at some point in our lives. And it looks like Who is going to be coming back to shoot more people in the head. So I'd like to look forward to seeing him on the battlefield. I'm glad that we were able to pick him up.
With the third pick of the second round for their Air Force, the USMC have selected Rub. Rub. Ahmed, you are now on the clock.
So Rob gets picked in the for the third pick of the Air Force, and he has been pretty helpful with me getting set up with the stream. I haven't actually got to play with him. Have you, Tiger?
I've played with him just very briefly. Don't remember a whole lot except that he stomped me.
Yeah, I do know that he is very good. I'm not actually sure what he's going to be doing in that Air Force, but as I'm getting an indication here, I think we know who the last pick is. I know you can't see it, Tiger, but there were only 4 people eligible for the Air Force, which leads Hunter, but we'll let Dogma.
The final pick of the Air Force round and the final Air Force pick of the draft, the AMID have selected Hunter for their Air Force. 101. You are now on the clock for the group round. Just to remind everybody, the group round will consist of 4 picks by each army for that round to help let players play together.
Okay, so a quick summary of the Air Force. Terran goes to the 22 AD, Who to the 101st, Rub to the USMC, and Hunter goes to the AMID. And now we get to the group stuff, and I believe, Tiger, you were included in the group stuff, correct?
That is a rumor I have heard. I do not know exactly. I did see my name on the infantry board, so...
Yep, you are up there. I can only guess who you'd be playing with.
Yeah, I don't know. He's really tall and handsome. I'll stop before you puke.
I think that like Zone and Stewie, they kind of included themselves, wanted to play together, and maybe Ton 80 in there as well. I know Yarg was actually looking to play with me, so we'll sort of see how this goes right here. So they'll start off, and I think they're getting 3 picks, and then we'll switch over to the next group.
I did not, and don't think Tech did either. Although we were both included with some other people, they let us know that they put us down on their sheet, so it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Now, who gets baby duty during battle? Do you guys trade off?
We do usually trade off, or, he's been raised watching Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 ever since he was about 6 days old, so sometimes he'll sit on your lap and watch.
Well, we got a future Battlefield player. All right, looks like
Definitely.
looks like we're scrolling down to the last 10 seconds of this pick. This one's going to be a little bit longer because they actually have 3 picks, so I think we're going to just wait for those 3 picks. Oh, no.
The baby will be really good at Battlefield, though. He can smash the keys in Rage, and he already presses and jump quite a bit. Yeah, like when you're hanging out on top of somewhere, just trying to be nice and low and profile so nobody can see you, and yeah, it's great.
All right, so we'll see sort of what happens with the pick. So basically, each army is going to get 4 people, and there are currently, let's see, 1, 2, 3. There's probably about 30 people left. So this is going to eat up. These next picks are going to eat up about half of the remaining players.
With the first of the group round, the 101st have picked Vance, Zexus, Talmios, and Bigster. USMC, you are now on the clock. Reminder to everybody, you are trying to pick your groups of friends together before you pick others.
All right, so with that, we can see Vance, Zexus, Talmios, and Bigster all making it in there, and that is a very solid group of players.
That will be a group to look out for. Hopefully they spread them around between squads, otherwise it's going to be a squad of death.
Yeah, that could very easily just be they just could have picked up on a very good chunk of their special forces. Talmios and Bigster are fantastic at the game. I don't know Vance, and I recognize X's name, but I haven't played against him. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to click ninjas there. So looking at it, I'm gonna pull up some of Big Stir's leadership here, and he's got quite a bit. So I don't know if he's gonna be kind of a NCO or not. But I also have some of his stats, and you can see he's almost got a 2.0 kill to death ratio in Battlefield 4. So he is a fantastic addition.
That's very good. I'm quite jealous at my 0.44 kill to death ratio.
I got your stat page. I'll get it up when you get picked, Tiger. I promise.
It's terrible. I wouldn't look at it too closely. Thank you. I do very good with reps and med kits and all sorts of other things, but shooting people, not so much.
With the second pick of the group round, the USMC have selected Vladimir, Fangclaw, LT, and Nauticod. Ahmed, you're on the clock, guys. 2 minutes. Actually, 3 minutes because it's longer and bigger.
All right, so I have LT, Nada, if I can find him here. Fangclaw, and do you remember who that last one was?
I have Vlad, Fangclaw, LT, and Nada.
Okay, so we just need to add Vladimir. Where is Vladimir? There he is right there. So looking at this draft, your thoughts, Tiger?
Well, I didn't know you said Nada's name as Nada Cod. I really knew he wasn't a fish, so I thought it was Nada COD, but who am I?
I did not know that. Maybe that's what he meant all along, is that he was not a fish. That is very interesting.
It would explain a lot. I mean, I have seen him on land, so...
We will have to look into that further, but I think that's a really solid pickup. I don't really know Fangclaw or Vladimir. I think they're relatively new, but LT is a great player, and Nada is a good leader as well as a great player as well. Let's see. Yeah, looking at Nada's stats here, in this, he's about a 1.7 kill to death ratio. He's got a lot of helicopter kills, and he looks like his best weapon here is the Ace 23. So he, I think, will be a great addition to the USMC.
I'm really glad they did this group pick so that people have a little bit of control over making sure they get to stay with their friends. I mean, if you have a huge group of friends, it's not going to work for all of your friends, obviously, but I think it's a nice addition here to the draft.
Okay, with the third pick in the group round, Decoy has been selected. That is Jasper, Stewie Oxburger, Zone 15, and Ton 80 will be going to the Amid. 22 AD, you are on the clock with the final pick of the group round.
All right, so I got Jasper, Stewie, Ton 80, and I believe that last one was it Zone?
I don't know. That was the one I missed too.
It was Zone. So looking at these players, I mean, this is, pretty much you expected these guys to want to play together. I think they were part of B Company or B-Koi back in the day, and they sort of stuck together. So there's a lot to be said about teamwork and coming into it already knowing how the players play together.
Also, it just kind of speaks for 21CW in the sense that you can make lifelong friends here. You can find people that you click with and will be there for you for a long time.
That is an excellent point, and not only that, those guys are a lot of fun to play with. They got a lot of leadership between them, so I think that they'll be a great addition for Juno there. So the last general picking in the group stage is going to be can opener meet, and I don't know. I'm going to go out on a limb. Do you got a guess, Tiger, on what group they're going to pick?
Oh, well, maybe us. I don't know. I'd hate to be picked last. I had that happen to me quite a lot when we played dodgeball, so.
I was always the last kickball player picked. But maybe you could be seen as like an amazing pickup in the late rounds of the draft. Like no one expected to you, but you can change it. Like Russell Wilson for the Seahawks.
Great. I really have been sandbagging my stats. I just want you to know I am so awesome. No, he's pretty good. He was the infantry captain guy or whatever for the beta campaign, and he did pretty good. I know I'm biased, but he has really good leadership skills.
All right, well, we got it in, so we'll see if you guys are included in that.
With the final pick of the group round, the 22 AD have selected TechX, Tiger Girl, Swamp Scum, and Captain Jeffro. USMC, you are on the clock for the first pick of the 4th round, which will be the armor specialists.
And there it is. TechX and Tiger Girl get picked up along with Jeffro and Swamp Scum. So how do you feel about your pickup there, Tiger?
Very good, very good. I like Cano quite a bit. He is a good leader.
And you get to play with TechX?
Yeah.
And you're scared?
Don't get me wrong. I would probably still team kill him on occasion just for the sake of it.
And you're probably a little scared, though, that you have to go up against me, though, right?
Definitely. I am petrified. I don't know what to do.
All right. So we are back to the individual picks, and don't think we do have some armor, so we'll see if those are the people that get picked up. I think that's the next stage.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Dogma said armor's not, so.
Gander at the tankers here available in armor, and we're going to let Dogma let us know who the first pick is.
With the first pick of the 4th round, the USMC have selected Buck Wild. Buck Wild. Ahmed, you are now on the clock, gentlemen. You have 2 minutes.
So Buck Wild gets picked up, and I really like Buck Wild.
I don't know him very well.
He's just a really good player. He's a really good infantry player, but I guess he's going to come in as armor, and he is good in armor. But he's one of those players that is willing to be the wrench if he needs to be the wrench, and I think that was an incredibly solid pickup. So looking at the 4 remaining players in the tanker draft is Jeremy Jevs, Fareep, Neo, and The Stig.
You know, Neo's really the only name I recognize out of the group. So I'm going to go with Neo for the next pick.
Okay, well, we will see what happens with that. I'm still waiting on the Dogma pick.
With the second pick of the 4th round, the Ahmed have selected Neo 19 to be the bulwark for the tanker force. 2280, you are now on the clock.
Tiger, you're like that thing, you're telekinetic or whatever it is.
Psychic.
Psychic, there you go. Well, that is a great pickup. He was, like I said, the armor captain, and I think he will bring a lot over.
I think some of the more familiar names will get picked before, obviously, some of the less familiar or the newer names. But those newer names could really end up being sleepers. We just don't know. They could be so awesome that whoever picks somebody real early would be like, oh, I wish I'd got so-and-so instead.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you. Yeah, we have no idea how some of these are going to turn out, and it'll be interesting to see if some of these new people really make a name for themselves.
With the third pick of the round, the 22 AD and can opener have selected Fareep for their armor force. Fareep, 101st Airborne. Yummy, you guys are on the clock. You have 2 minutes for the last pick of the armor section.
All right, and Fareep gets picked up, and actually I have a video from Fareep here that he wanted me to play. And this is his successful attempt, I believe, at a C4 Jeep. Hold on, let me find.
No visual.
Oh, I lost it there. There we go. Found it.
No visual.
Hopefully his next attempt will be a little bit more successful. Actually, it looks like Dogma is ready.
With the final pick of the armor round, the 101st Airborne have selected Jeremy Jeeves. Jeremy Jeeves. Ahmed, you will be on the clock next. Just to give everybody heads up from here on out, it's single picks only. Doesn't matter what the specialty is or anything like that. Single picks only. So Ahmed, you're on the clock. You have 2 minutes.
So we are going to go back to infantry, as Dogma said. I actually had Tiger Whirl had to step off for a little bit, so I will be the only one commenting. Take a look real quick at the team board here. See who's picked up who. The blue is infantry, the light orange is Air Force, and the dark orange is armor. So we can see majority of the picks have been in infantry and the couple rounds of armor. So we're going back into infantry, and it looks like there's just about 16 players left, so each player should get about 4 picks. So here we go.
With the first pick of the 5th round, the Ahmed have selected Bean. Bean. Can opener, you and the 22 AD, you are now on the clock. 2 minutes.
All right, so Bean gets picked up by the Amid. I am not familiar with Bean, so it'll be interesting to see if he sort of makes a name for himself as he plays. Can opener's now on the clock, and it'll be interesting to see who he picks up. I see a lot of value in, you could pick up an airborne. I think Badger King is quite a good player too, and Vision Blind's a new person, as is Siniera and Samo, so maybe he goes with somebody new. I could also see him going with Banjax. That's a good choice as well, so we'll see what happens with this.
With the next pick in the draft, Can Opener and the 22nd AD have selected Banjax Gav. Banjax Gav, 101st Airborne, you guys are now on the clock. You have 2 minutes.
And Banjax is next picked up, and Banjax has provided a video of his celebratory drive home from the salt draft party.
All right, John Doe. Get him on. Adding in bottles of beer. Alright, I'm home. Got the milk. Alright, John Doe.
So Banjax apparently was quite excited to get picked up by Can Opener Meat, and I don't know how mad his wife can be. He's rich enough to have a helicopter in his front yard, so it must be she must not be that mad. Looking at Yummy, I'm gonna say, let's see. I don't know who you might go for. He could potentially go for. Actually, Scott is not in the draft, so we're gonna have to take him out of that. Actually, he's kind of running out of time here. We'll see if we get the indication that the pick comes in, and it does just get in with about 10 seconds left, so we'll get it over to Dogma.
With the third pick of the 5th round of the draft, the 101st Airborne have selected Yarg. USMC, you guys are now on the clock.
And Yarg gets picked up. I have to say that's a good pickup. And I'm a little sad because I was hoping to get a chance to play with Yarg, but I can't blame them for picking him up. He's a good player, and I can't really fault them for that. So it's now over to my Army USMC, and I do have some information on this. I could see them potentially going with potentially picking up Ninjas here. This might not be a bad place to pick him up. We're getting kind of low, and you may not want to wait too long on that. I could also see him grabbing Mad Dog, who I know is excited to play in Whiskey Company, so I hope that they are able to get him. So we'll see what happens, and here is Dogma.
With the final pick of the 5th round of the draft, the USMC have selected Mad Dog.
And it is Mad Dog, and I am pretty
22 AD, you are now on the clock.
Dang it, I gotta remember to stop cutting him off. Anyway, they pick up Mad Dog, and we go through the draft here real quick. Summary, we have Bean going to the Ahmed, Banjax to 22 AD, Yard to the 101st, and Mad Dog is going to the USMC. I look forward to seeing you in Whiskey, buddy. And I think we have Tiger back with us now, right?
Yes, I'm back. I heard Dogma's first language come through there.
Yeah, he apparently forgot to switch over the voice changer to human. So Mad Dog was the last pick of that round, going to the USMC, and he's just one of those characters of 21CW.
Yeah, he was in Blue Force with me a couple of campaigns ago, and, you know, we would sing as we were getting ready to take a flag and all kinds of stuff. He's great. I like Mad Dog a lot. No, I think it's a lot of, you know, bum-ba-da-bum-ba-da-bum-ba-da-bum, you know, kind of, you know, just theme music to get ready to go. Don't. Yeah, maybe we can do Rocky theme from now on. You could get him to do it. I don't know. I might be speaking out of turn. He could probably want to shoot me later for this.
Well, if I get him to sing, hopefully I can get a recording up so everybody can hear the music of Mad Dog.
With the first pick of the 6th round, the 22 AD have selected Scenaria out of North America. 101st Airborne, you are now on the clock. You have 2 minutes.
And Scenaria, I'm not too familiar with Scenaria.
Me either. That is a name I have never heard before.
I believe that he was friends with somebody and he came in, and I don't think he needed to be necessarily in the draft, but I think that he wanted to be a part of it, and
With their pick, the 101st Airborne have selected Mark and Willie out of North America. USMC, you guys are now on the clock. You have 2 minutes.
so Mark and Willie get picked up. Is that 2 people or 1, Tiger?
I think that is 1.
Well, they got a value because they got Mark and Willie out of it.
Maybe that's just the name for his, you know.
Well, then he's missing something.
Do you know him?
I do not. I think he is older member of 21CW that has been around in the past and has come back for Battlefield 4.
Yeah, I got a friend request from him, and it sent it to my phone, and it sent it to my online thing or whatever. And on my phone, it said Medic, and on my online thing, it said Mark and Willie. So I don't know if that's the same person and he just changed his name, or if my phone was going crazy.
Huh. Well, we will see. I look forward to either seeing what he can do on the battlefield. And Dogma's actually ready with the next pick.
With the 3rd pick of the 6th round, the USMC have selected Like 50 Ninjas out of North America. Ahmed, you're on the clock for the last pick of the 5th round.
And there he is. Ninjas finally gets picked up. I have a video of Ninjas doing what he does best on Battle Day, so we're going to go ahead and roll that clip real quick.
Comms, they're shooting out of main.
Okay, Ninjas, I'll tell the admins.
Comms, they're shooting out of main. Come on, they're shooting out of main.
Shut up, Ninjas.
So I know you didn't get to see that, Tiger, but that was Ninjas complaining about them shooting out of their main base.
Valid complaint.
Which, if you played with Ninjas, that is a pretty regular occurrence on comms. But I still think he is a great pickup for the USMC.
With the final pick of the 6th round, the Amid have selected IPG Marine. 101st, you are on the clock for the 7th round.
Alright, IPG Marine gets picked up, and I'm not completely familiar with him, are you?
No, there's a lot of names up here that are left that I don't know. I think the only 2 that I'm familiar with at this point are Airborne and Scott FPS.
Alright, well, we do actually have a video from Marine of him. I believe this is a YouTube video here, and let's see if I can find it. I actually believe I lost it. I did lose it. I apologize, Marine. I know you sent it to me, but I had it. Looking at the draft review here, Siniera went to 22 AD, Mark and Willie to the 101st, Ninjas the USMC, and Marine goes to the Amid. And again,
I'm totally reporting you to Dogma. He's gonna spank you.
Well, we've talked a lot about Dogma spanking and Mark and Willie so far.
True.
Hopefully, Marine will forgive me for losing that because I had to shut my computer down. So I apologize, Marine.
1 free EOD bot kill.
I'll do it. He can knife me if he doesn't want to do EOD bot. I deserve it.
Or repair tool, that's even more humiliating.
Yeah, whatever you want, Marine. The most embarrassing way you want to kill me, and you are more than welcome to do the teabag afterwards. I apologize.
Then you can shock paddle him to life and do it again.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Just one. I feel pretty bad, but just once. All right, so moving back, we're getting towards the end of this draft. As I mentioned earlier, Airborne or Scott's not part of the draft, but I'm seeing Airborne up there, and Fluffy Evil Rabbit, and I could see them going. Badger King, I think, is a pretty good player, but we're basically down to reoccurring players. Are just going to be Airborne and Fluffy, who have been here before. After that, it's going to be all new players, so we'll see sort of where those players go.
With the first pick of the 7th round, the Stig has been selected by the 101st Airborne. The Stig. USMC, you guys are now on the clock.
The Stig. It is interesting, I do not see him on my draft list. Oh, he's in the armor. The Stig, so we'll go ahead and get him on there. So they actually pick up a second tanker, and that is the only army to pick up a second tanker, so that could be a benefit to them.
Although there are a lot of guys, like we said earlier, with Vanguard and Tech X, and there's a lot of other ones that are really also very good in the tank, but just, you know, are versatile enough that they didn't have to be drafted into the armor division.
That's true. That's definitely a good point. We'll see if the Stig was worth the pickup, switching over to armor instead of grabbing another infantry player.
With the second pick of the 7th round, the USMC have selected Badger King 727 out of North America. Ahmed, you are next on the clock. 2 minutes.
And there is Badger King. He was actually in the officer draft, and he didn't get selected in that, so he rotated back to the regular enlisted draft. But I think that's just more of a thing that they didn't necessarily know a lot about him, and I think this might be a really good pickup if he's still willing to do leadership.
Definitely. The qualifications to be a leader are not that easy, and if he's got those skills, they will definitely translate over into other places on the field, even if he's not an official leader.
Yeah, and I mean, there's definitely opportunity throughout the campaign to get promoted depending on how you're doing. So they may have just picked themselves up a really great second lieutenant there, you know, late in the draft. So we'll see how that goes.
He could always be promoted.
One more time?
No.
All right, Dharma's got his next pick in.
With their next pick, Juno and the Ahmed have selected Gorbix 247 out of Europe. 22 AD, you guys have 2 minutes. You're on the clock.
All right, so Gorbix get picked up, and I don't know a thing about Gorbix.
No, me neither. But I heard he was passing out ice cream to children at the orphanage, so that's very great.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he was driving around one of those creepy ice cream vans.
Well, I didn't say he wasn't.
No,
Sorry, Gorbix.
No, Gorbix, welcome to the 21CW, and we look forward to seeing what you can do on the battlefield. All right, so up next is going to be the 22 AD. So can opener's pick. We'll see who he gets.
Yes. Come on, squad mate.
Oh, I thought he was ready. Crickets. Awkward. So we have this like really special code so he that knows that I'm ready. and he can say the name, but apparently he is.
I'm surprised he hasn't been picked up by now, to be honest. He's a well-known name, and, you know, familiarity and all of that, you would just think somebody, if they didn't know, they'd be like, oh, well, airborne.
With their pick in the draft, the 22 AD have selected Danilic. USMC, you are now on the clock.
Alright, so that was a little communication error, I think. I don't know if Dogma remembered to all chat that so that we could all hear it. So the summary of that round: 3 Stig to the 101st, Badger to the USMC, Gorbix to the Amid, and Danilich is going to the 22 AD. So we are now down to our last 7 players. And as you're saying, I am surprised that Airborne is still here.
With the first pick in the 8th round of the draft, the USMC have selected Vision Blind out of the European Union. Vision Blind. Ahmed, you are now on the clock.
Alright, so Vision Blind gets picked up, and Tiger, are you aware of any volunteer work he's done that isn't as creepy as passing out ice cream to kids?
Not really. I heard he leads the league in quad kills. I'm not sure how reliable information that is.
Well, that could be interesting. We could see a specialized squad company led by Vision Blind, potentially.
With the next pick, the Amid and General Duno have selected K-Nash out of North America. K-Nash out of North America. 22 AD, you guys are now on the clock. 2 minutes.
Alright, so K-Nash gets picked up, and we are down to our last couple players here. I think we got 6 left. I do not know K-Nash. I don't know if you do, Tiger.
No, I sure don't.
Well, we'll see how K-Nash turns out and what sort of role he's going to be filling for his army. And I don't want to say Airborne again because I think I'm jinxing him. But
is there something we don't know? Is he maybe not in there and we think he is, or?
With the 3rd pick of the 8th round, the 22nd Armored Division have selected Airborne out of North America. Airborne. 101st, you guys are now on the clock.
Holy crap, Tiger, he got selected.
The minute you said that you weren't going to say his name, I think you were jinxing him.
I must have been, and I apologize to Airborne. There's another person that gets to knife me and teabag me.
I think you might like it. You're offering it quite a bit. Sorry.
Anyway, moving on to the draft, we have the remaining players are Fluffy, Spark, Crunch Time, and Samo, and
With their next pick, 101st Airborne have selected Spark out of North America. Ahmed, you guys are now on the clock.
Alright, so Spark gets picked up, and that leaves us finishing that round with Vision Blind going to the USMC, Kanish going to the AMID, airborne to the 22 AD despite me jinxing him, and finally in this round,
101st is on the clock.
Sorry, Spark is the last pickup. All right, so we're down to our last three: Fluffy, Crunch Time, and Samo. So you got a guess, Tiger? Who's gonna go next?
Who did they say is up next for pick?
I thought it was the 101st.
Okay, I'm gonna say Samo. And I was sworn to secrecy, but I heard that he lives in a big mansion, that his parents were killed after an opera, and that he has a butler named Alfred. Just saying.
So you're saying Spider-Man is going to be on their army?
Oh, fail. Such a fail. No, that would be Batman.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Batman.
I'm gonna have to revoke your geek card.
Maybe I never had one.
Oh, my faith is just being lost every moment.
Well, that's not true because I'm doing an online internet draft for a first-person shooter.
True. Spider-Man was bitten by a radioactive spider.
To the draft here, and there we go. All right, I got it all set up, and I think we're ready for the next pick.
Come on, Batman.
With the first pick of the final round, the USMC have selected Fluffy Evil Rabbit. Sorry for the confusion, folks. I messed up. The USMC are taking Fluffy Evil Rabbit. Amit, you are now on the clock.
Oh, I messed up again, so you guys are going to have to bear with me.
20 lashes.
20 lashes, all right. So, we got Fluffy gets picked up by the USMC, and he shouldn't be called Fluffy anymore. He has changed his name to Fluffy Evil Rabbit, so maybe there's a dark side to Fluffy that we are not aware of.
I heard that most rabbits are evil.
Let me make a quick adjustment to the draft order, and it is the Amid who is up next, and they are ready, so we'll go to them.
With their final pick of the draft, Samo of the European Union has been selected by the Amid. Samo of the European Union has been selected with the Amid. And with one final player on the board, that means Crunch Time out of North America will be going to the 22nd Airborne Armored Division. The 2280 will be selecting Crunch Time out of North America. I would like to thank everybody for attending today's draft. A couple of announcements. Remember, registration and forum access will be given out on Tuesday. Next Saturday will be our first battle, the Init Scrim. Who's fighting whom and on what maps will also be announced. It will be beginning at 10 a.m. Eastern. Battle 1 will be beginning at 10 a.m. Eastern. The second battle will be beginning at 4 p.m. Eastern. This scrim will be on Conquest only on Conquest, the game mode. Sunday will be our official opening ceremonies for 21CW for Campaign 45. You will see the next two members of the Hall of Fame be inducted during that ceremony. The generals will each give a little speech to let you know what they're planning and their ideas. We'll have some announcements from the admin staff about different teams and different things that are going forward. I appreciate everybody attending our draft today. I'm excited about the campaign coming up. I hope everybody is, and we'll have a good, clean fight. Thank you for your time. I'll pass it over to my cat, who will be conducting interviews with generals and HCOs and officers and whatnot on the results of the draft. You might even be grabbing some enlisted soldiers. So again, guys, thank you for attending, and have a good afternoon. See you on the battlefield.
All right, so we got the end from Dogma there, and I say that was a very successful draft. And now I think we're going to get just a few brief interviews from the generals. I'm going to try and get Junu down here.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, we got most of the people we expected to get. Obviously, a couple surprises in there, but I think we got a good team going. The past couple campaigns is a great infantry killer, and that's exactly what we were looking for.
You know, Hunter's going to be good. You got the old Decoy guys. I think that's going to be a lot of help. And you got some new guys there at the end. So I think you have a really solid core of older players and then some newer players that can learn from them.
And to try and get some veteran leadership and veteran NCOs in there to sort of steer the new guys along towards our 21 CW campaign.
Well, thank you, Juno. And I appreciate you coming down and giving us your view of the draft, and wish you the best of luck in Campaign 45.
I ask all my personal questions in private, so no, he's fine to go. Haha. I don't think he gets my sense of humor.
Can opener. And
Hi, Cano. How are you?
Good. How you doing? Hello.
Pretty good. How do you think your draft went?
I like it. I think it worked out well. We got most everybody that we wanted to get, and I think we have a good team with lots of the same interests. What do you think, DK?
Oh, I think we did great. And I know Niz is happy. He's got his Tiger Girl back in his Spider Pig squad. So, yeah, we did good. Yeah, we did good.
Yep, we're going to have Spider Pigs version 2.
I always thought that was such a funny picture you guys had on the side of your forums there.
Yeah, PDX made that for us, and he was great.
Yeah,
So
Can. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. I was just going to ask Can, you know, he picked Fengard for his first pick there. Nice, good tanker, but he wasn't in the armor role. So what were your thoughts there?
Yeah, that's when they told me that I was picking for a tanker. So right on.
Ah.
Cano has the best DJ voice. I'm serious. And DK sings the best songs.
No, I don't. I'm shy.
You're going to hurt Mad Dog's feelings, Tiger.
I know. They could do a duet.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to say, Tiger, your analysis of Fengard was spot on. He is a very well-rounded player. He's good at everything.
Oh, yeah. And that's why in my wisdom I picked him first. Right?
Yeah, and I told you to.
Oh, yeah, that's actually why.
Well, you know, behind every good man is a good DK.
Hey. Oh, yeah.
I'm a PG right now, sorry.
Right, sorry.
Right on, yeah. So I'm excited about the draft. Oh yeah, draft complied with. Let's get to the battle.
Agreed. Oh, and you guys did a great job, by the way. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't scroll up. I had to scroll down a little bit, so I didn't even know he was really on the draft. So after I scrolled up, oh yeah. And you're welcome. Everyone's a good guy. I'm excited to be working with him.
Nice. One welcome, and thank y'all for doing this.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, every time I pub with DK, he sings a song for me when I come in the room, and other people keep telling him to shut up, but I love it. Because, I don't know, you have to ask him. Definitely. And I think there was a lot of discussion ahead of time about, you know, obviously they came in with a list. I mean, you'd be dumb not to. And, you know, there were a lot of people when I don't know how to say this. Okay, so when you fill out your draft sheet, there was people you didn't want to play with and people you did want to play with. And so I think that between those two categories, people had a pretty good idea of who they were going to pick and also maybe who the other people were going to pick. So, you know, I think it may not have went exactly like they wanted everybody, but I think they had a fairly good idea of how things were going to go down. And I know, 50 lashes.
You literally grabbed me.
Uh-huh.
He keeps he keeps telling people they can teabag him. I don't know.
Whoa. Hello.
Hi. Overall, I think the draft went pretty well. It was a fun experience. Seeing names get picked that you wanted, but couldn't necessarily grab, and figuring out who was the best pick and who would be picked by others.
Yeah.
I think we ended up with a good team.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. You want to talk about Viper and with your first pick and sort of what you were thinking with that?
Well, I mean, Kaiser and all the captains, myself, Superfly, we all met last night, and we figured out who we wanted to pick and in what order. And Vibrant seemed like a good player that was possibly going to be picked up by other generals, so chose him as our first pick. Also because he essentially came paired with two others.
Oh, excellent. So that... Oh, sorry, Tiger.
I'm personally sorry that we didn't get Vanguard. I really wanted to play with him this campaign.
Yeah, actually, Tiger was just talking to Can Opener about it, and he seemed pretty excited to get Vanguard.
Yeah, he's a really good guy. He's a good all-rounder, too.
And what about your looks like Buck Wild in the armor? That seemed like a pretty solid pickup as well.
Yep, again, I mean, it was just from the list. He was our first pick, and since we had first pick, we picked him up.
And Tiger was telling me that Mad Dog is a singer. Is that right, Tiger?
I seem to remember that when we were all in Blue Horse together, when we'd go to take a flag, Mad Dog, and there were some other people, we all joined in a little, you know, motivational flag taking song. So.
Well, I think that was an excellent pick for the morale of the USMC as well. So I think
he's also a veteran of Whiskey Company, is he not?
he is, and I know he wanted to play in it. So I said earlier in the draft, I'm really excited that he was able to get picked up for us. And looks like you also got Ninjas, who's a really good skilled player. I believe he'll be playing under you, Kilo, correct?
Yep. For better or worse.
Well, it definitely looked like a good, solid draft from you guys. I like a lot of the players that I'm going to get to play with.
I'm just going to say that I wish the other generals best of luck, and it should be a very fun campaign.
Yep.
Excellent.
Oh, I feel like Black Widow in the Avengers movie when she was interviewing people and they thought they were interviewing her. Okay, so hi Yummy, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
I have a strange sense of humor, my apologies. So how do you think your draft went?
I think I got pretty good people, and I got the people I wanted to pick. So I'm very happy.
Tell us a little about your first pick, Mushashi. He's a relative unknown to me, and I don't know if my cat's really is familiar with him either, so we were curious as to what your thoughts are there.
Yeah, well, I've talked before with my captains, and I said to them that I should make some suggestions on what they think, what people I should pick, what people they know, and what are the good peoples on the list. And I think it was Zookeeper or Raza who said that Musashi was a very good player back in BF2. So I just thought, let's give it a try and pick him first.
Sounds
He's
great.
unknown, I don't know him, never played with him, so probably gonna be fun.
Very good, very good. You also picked up a really strong grouping there with Tal. I can't say his name. I'm just gonna call him Tal. Was it Bigster went with him, Zexus and Vance?
Yep.
That's a great group. How do you feel about that pick?
That was awesome. That I got all three that I wanted to pick, especially Zeke's and Telmios, and Vance as an addition. And then I was kind of looking for a fourth pick because we only had the option to pick 4 people in that group draft. And I think it was Peach that said to me, go ahead and pick Bigster as well.
Yeah, that's a very strong squad there. It's one to look out for if you group them together.
And I probably will put them together in one squad with Raz as the captain.
Cats thought you might. He said that was going to be your special forces. He's psychic today.
I try. But real quick before I let Tiger finish up with Yummy, I wanted to know what was your motivation for your speech to your minions in the leadership draft?
I had no motivation at all.
Well, they look pretty excited to play for you, and hopefully these new players will be as well. And Tiger, I'll let you.
I hope so.
Well, thank you for stopping by and giving us a little bit of a preview here of what we're going to see on the battlefield. It'll be fun.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
All right, I think that just about wraps it up. We got our generals.
Well, thanks for having me. It's fun.